Welcome back. Today we're going to start with the journal entries. So we'll start with capital and drawings, and then we'll go to purchase and sales, and in the later video we will do the rest of the journal entries. So today we'll start with the journal entries. Now when we start with the journal entries, please note that you need to know the golden rules of accounting. So this is a must. Golden rules are a must. Then if you have not gone through the previous videos, please see that you have gone through the previous videos so that you can understand these all these videos are linked. So if you have not watched the previous videos, please watch the previous videos because they are dealing with the basic concepts of accounting. The next important thing is whenever we are going to be doing the journal entries now, you have to know that you are the accountant of the organization and you are not the accountant of the businessman or the owner. So please, all the entries whatever you're passing, you have to pass it from the eyes of the business. Okay. And the last thing that you have to note here is whenever we are passing entries, we are passing it for a financial year. So usually the financial year is for 1 year period. It starts from 1st of April and it ends on 31st March. So let us start with the problems. The first transaction states commence business with cash 80,000. Now here Mr. Tony Dias, okay, he's starting business. Now this is the name of his business. TD Company is the name of his business. So he's starting this particular business with 80,000 rupees. So let us understand now what the problem states. Now first thing here is, like always, you are the accountant. So you are the accountant here. So whenever you are drawing the books, you are drawing the books of accounts with respect to this particular company, with respect to TD Company. So Mr. Tony Dias, he wants to start this company with how much? 80,000 rupees cash. Now since you're the accountant here, we need to see whether the money is coming inside or money is going outside. Okay, so that we will come to later. Now what we will do is, in this particular transaction, what it's saying, so first there is, who are the different parties to this transaction and what does it deal with. So the first party here is Tony Dias. Second here is 80,000. Now this is cash. And the third here is TD Company. Now the first rule here, which I had spoken in the basic videos, is in your own books of accounts, you do not see, you're the accountant, so you are writing the books of accounts of TD Company. So in TD Company, you will not write your own name. So this thing is out. So what are the two important things here now? That is Tony and cash. So now what Tony is doing here is, he has put 80,000 here into his own business. See, Tony is a sole proprietor and this is his company. So he is putting 80,000 into his own business. So here we shall start with Tony. Tony, is he the giver or is he the receiver of the money? Tony is the giver of the money. Okay. Second part. So this here is personal account. Tony, is it personal, real, what? So this is personal account. Why? Because it's a name of a person. Second thing here is cash. Cash is real account. Why is it real account? Because you can feel it, you can touch it. So this is real account. Now here, you are the accountant here. Is the money coming inside the business or is it going outside? 80,000 is coming into the business. So money is coming in. So debit what comes in. So this will be debit. In this case, personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. So credit the giver. Now this 80,000 which is given to this company, it's like a loan. But what happens here is, we do not term it as a loan, we term it as capital. So now let us start with the entry. Now first thing is, we need to write the date. This is very important. So the date is 5th of April 2018. Then whenever we are starting with a debit entry, we have to start it with by. Okay, some books you may notice that by is not written, but if you look at Tally, you will always notice that by is written there. By cash account debit. Now understand why I have written cash account debit. cash in this case here is coming inside the business. Say there is a cash draw here. Say there was 100 rupees, or say there is 0 rupees. Now 80,000 is coming inside this cash draw. That means this from 0 rupees, it is this cash draw is going to become 80,000. So 80,000 rupees cash has come inside the company. Therefore, cash in this case is debit. Why? Because cash is a real account, and real account debit what comes in. So cash is coming inside the business, correct? So it is debit 80,000 rupees. We shall go to the next. Now the next, you have to start, leave some space. So this much space you can leave and start here. You can write 2. To Tony. Now this is what you would have ideally written, to Tony. But now Tony is not some third person, or he's not a person who's trading with the company. He's the owner of the company. So we do not refer to him as Tony. We refer to as capital. I said this is capital. So we put it here as capital. Now in brackets, or you can say capital Tony, you can say. Now I will tell you why to write capital Tony. Some books you will notice that it is only capital, and some books you will notice that it is capital and the name of the proprietor, or the name, not the proprietor, in fact the name of the partners is written. I'll tell you how. Capital account credit. Now you will notice that here in this case DR stands for debit, CR stands for credit. So you need to put a dash here and 80,000. Now after you have written this, you have to write something called as a narration. Now narration is an explanation of this entry, this transaction, what you have written here, this entry. It's a explanation, and this explanation is in your own words. So you can write it. One important thing is you have to start, it has to be written in brackets. And the second important thing is, while you start, it has to start with being capital introduced by Mr. Tony, rupees 80,000, close brackets. Always remember that this has to start with brackets, and it has to be written as being. It has to start with being, like how we have here by and to. The narration has to start with being capital introduced by Mr. Tony, rupees 80,000. Now I will tell you why I have written Tony here. Say in this case there is a single person. Why? Because he's a proprietor, sole proprietor. What if there was Tony, there was Andrew, and there was Steve? If suppose there was Mr. Tony, there was Andrew and Steve. Now say Tony has put 80,000, Andrew has put 50,000, and Steve has put 40,000. If we had to just say capital, we would not know whose money is it. Is it Tony's money? Is it Andrew's money? Or is it Steve's money that is introduced? This 80,000, whose money is it? We would not know. So better it is to state capital and state the name of the person. Now in the case of sole proprietor, it's not required. But in case of partners, it is better to state Tony. Okay. Now we shall go to the next problem. Now the next problem states drawings. Now let us understand what is drawings. I said when Mr. Tony put money into his business, it is called as capital. So he put 80,000 here, it was called as capital. Now what happens here is when Mr. Tony takes anything out from the business for his personal use. Now this part here is called as drawings. So when he is putting money into the business, it is called as capital. When he is withdrawing money from this business, so suppose now say 80,000 is already here. Now from this 80,000, he has withdrawn 20,000 and 20,000 for his personal use. Say he wants to go abroad So he wants to go on a holiday, for which he is taking this 20,000 of his business. Now this is for personal use, and therefore this thing is called as drawings. So whenever a businessman is withdrawing, it may be goods, it may be money from the business. When he's withdrawing goods which are traded from the business, or money of the business, he's withdrawing it for his personal use, it is termed as drawings. So now in this case, you are the accountant here, correct? And what is happening here is cash is going out of the business. So in this transaction, let us understand who are the parties and what is concerned with respect to this transaction. So yes, in this case we have first person here is Tony. Second thing is cash, and third thing is TD company. Now since TD company, you are the accountant of TD company, again this is not to be considered. So we will wipe this out. So what is to be considered is cash and Tony. Now here you are the accountant here. Say 80,000 is the balance. Out of 80,000, what the problem states, Mr. Tony withdrew cash 25,000 from the business for personal use. So from this 80,000, 25,000 rupees, 25,000 is withdrawn by Mr. Tony for his personal use. So here it is cash 25,000 is withdrawn, right? So in this case, with respect to cash, cash is going out or coming in? Cash is going out. So debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Cash is a real account first thing. Cash is going out of the business. So cash is going to be credit. Next thing, Tony. Tony here in this case is the receiver. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. So Mr. Tony here account will be debit. Sorry. Why? Because debit the receiver, credit the giver. Second problem. We'll start with the date 10/05/18. First thing here is start with by Tony. But now since Tony is the owner, right? So we do not write his name. And in this case, we will not write capital. But what we shall write here is drawings. Account debit 25,000. Why? Because 25,000 is withdrawn. 2, so leave some space here again, 2 cash. Cash account credit 25,000. And then you can write the narration. So being rupees 25,000 withdrawn by Mr. Tony for personal use. Now very important here is every transaction, if you have noticed, you will notice that debit is 25,000, credit is 25,000, which means debit is equal to credit. If you look at the previous transaction also, here debit is 80,000, credit is 80,000. So debit is equal to credit. Now before we move to the next concept, let us come back to capital. Before we can go further, let us try to understand a few more details in capital. Say in case the problem stated commenced business with cash rupees 50,000, furniture rupees 25,000, and bike rupees 30,000. Now what is the meaning of this? Now in this case, Mr. Tony, what he's doing is he's not just giving cash to start this business. What he's doing is he's giving cash 50,000, plus he's giving some furniture. Now this furniture, say he in his house, at home, he has some table and chairs. Now from this house, what he's doing is he's taking into this business. So what he's doing is some furniture of his, which is worth 25,000. He's putting it into this business. Third, he has a bike. Okay, so he has a bike. Now this bike, again he's putting it into this business. So this bike also he's using it for the business purpose. Now look at this problem here. This entire thing will be capital. So capital will not just be cash. He's not just giving cash 50,000. He's giving cash. So now here cash balance will go up by 50,000. So cash will increase by 50,000. Plus this company will have furniture worth rupees 25,000. Plus it will have a bike worth 30,000. So now what is the entry going to be? So let us understand what the entry would be. Now Tony has given cash 50,000 to start business. Other than that, he has given furniture. Now his personal furniture he has given 25,000, and he has given his personal bike, which is 30,000. Now all these things were his personal things which he has given to the business. So the business has received all this. So you are the accountant here now, and your business has received 1, 2 and 3. So all these things here are real account. Cash is real, furniture is real, bike is real. Okay, so first let us put the date 5/4/2018. By cash account debit 50,000. By furniture account debit 25,000. By bike account debit 30,000. Now understand here is all this what he has given is a part of Tony's capital. Okay, who has given it is Tony, correct? So debit the receiver, credit the giver. So now here what you would have written to Tony, right? But in this case you cannot write to Tony, you have to write to capital. To capital account credit. So debit the receiver, credit the giver. Who is giving it? Tony is giving it. So capital 50. So 1,05,000. So 50, 80, 50. Yeah. So 1,05,000. And here you can put a narration being cash rupees 50,000, furniture rupees 25,000, and bike rupees 30,000 introduced as capital by Tony, by Mr. Tony. Again, this is the debit side, this is the credit side. If you notice, debit side is equal to credit side. So if you total up this side, this is the debit side. So if you total up this side and you total up this side, you will get 1,05,000. Yes, if you are asking if you have to write capital Tony, yes, you could write capital Tony account, okay? But since he is the sole proprietor, I just wrote capital account. You could write, yes, if you want to get into the practice, you can write to capital Tony account credit.